Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Tuesday night, and we are live and in effect as I report to you from behind this plastic microphonic device. I need all of my brains right in front of me, not tied behind my back, just to keep things even-keeled here. All right, we've got fat-skinned GS Daffy here with a comment says, "What are those gold coins left or right?" It was partially answered by another member of the community, which is nice. A $20 St. Guns, Double Eagle, Canadian Maple, another Double Eagle, but Sean here, not sure, and a U.S. Buffalo. The not sure is the High Relief American Liberty from 2015. Good to see you guys. Greetings to you all. Welcome. Hollywood Garbarino, welcome. Good to see you. Always good to see some new folks popping in here. 8-inch Destroyer is here. Looks like he's able to gift memberships again. He gifted one. Thank you, my friend. Short stories by Matt. Welcome. Nice to see you. Good to see some new folks here. Mudswat is here. Gold is pretty cool. 8-inch Destroyer. Red Crawler is with us. We've got JM Unleashed. The one and the only is here. Good to see Trent Schaefer. Appreciate you guys joining me here tonight. We are live. Cemetery Shop. Good to see you. Live and in effect. Let's get to the next comment here from Gold and Silver 988 on this video about Trump. This one didn't get, usually videos like this do very well on the channel. This one did not. But breaking news about what Trump said about gold on his Truth Social. It was pretty groundbreaking. So Gold and Silver says what Trump has actually done is prick the bubble. He has it backwards. We don't hold any cards. China and Russia hold all the cards right now. Well, I disagree with that, but the entire economic landscape shows that the American false economy has indeed been pricked and the air is coming out. Well, I think there is a lot of derivatives in that aspect. You're right, but there's a lot behind it as well too. A lot in the real economy that's happening here. But yes, indeed, Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stack here. Welcome. Dennis Niemeyer is here. Shane Winter, thank you so much. Watching us from Shane Winter from New Zealand. Welcome. Upscale Flipping is here. Good crowd already tonight. Appreciate you guys. Yes. So yeah, there's the derivatives market is everywhere, but even as such, our economy is still the strongest. It's not bragging. It's just the way it is. Anyways, Dan W6380 says this. Please bring Biden back. Oh man, Dan, I don't know what you're smoking, my friend, but I don't want any of it. Because if I ever smoke enough to want to bring Biden back, then that means I'm really way out there, zoned out. Tax the filthy rich. Well, the thing is the tax code that Biden never did anything about allows loopholes. But believe it or not, there are a lot of rich people that pay taxes. But nonetheless, if I was rich, I would take advantage of those loopholes too. We need to overhaul the tax system in general. And let's just have tariffs pay for the taxes. I think that'd be a much better way. Just have tariffs do it. Anyways, minus 40%. Bezos is 1.1%. This is insane, and it is. People that can take advantage of the loopholes, pay politicians off. That's not just a Democrat or not just a Republican problem. That is a problem in both parties. And let's see here. Big Daddy Mike says here, market manipulation should be illegal. Yep, I agree. It's hard to kind of police some of it, but it would be nice if we could do that. If we could police that stuff more. Father Duck says, Sal, quick question. I just checked out the site for Summit Metals. What is the average turnaround time from the time one places an order to front door delivery? Pretty much quicker on processing and getting an order, although they've been growing so fast. My guess is probably they're probably around average in that area too, because they've been growing very fast as far as what time it takes to get from once it's shipped out to your door. That's going to be solely dependent on the delivery service that you choose, Post Office or FedEx. So yes, indeed. All right, but Summit Metals, they're the channel sponsor, and they are the low price leader right now for gold fractional eagles. If you're looking for that, check them out. Appreciate the guy. All right, 8-inch Destroyer with another one Salivate Metal membership. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. You got one of those? Somebody got one of those? Very nice. Let's see here. Where are we at? Okay. Adjust some things this way. All right, we've got this from Justin Sartain. With this, let me get to this. Met this thing happen here. He says, I guess we differ on the ratio topic. Every purchase I make is affected by the ratio. When I hit 122 to 1, I was a buyer. I got in at 118 to 1 and sold when it was at 70 to 1. I will also continue to buy gold, but in smaller amounts. I bought some gold backs and placer gold and 1 to 3 gram tubes. We all have different strategies, but it's okay. We come together and make each other strong. I'm a better stacker because of the shared knowledge. Thank you. Well, thank you. Yes, and I certainly understand that. And I certainly know that people have different philosophies and different scenarios and situations where it may work for you. If, like, for instance, if your local coin shop will do a 1-to-1 or a trade by the ratio, by the actual ratio, then I would probably consider doing it. CCT, all right, your summit orders is on its way. Very good. Nice. So finally arrived. I wonder what was going on with that, but I'm glad that it worked out. Crazy. Let's see here. Yeah, Trent Schaefer, you're exactly right. That is a very good point you make about the resentment. A lot of it is resentment, unfortunately. Ozzy Rob says, honestly, Sal, who cares what he says? He's a fool and wrong almost all the time. If you want to listen to an idiot, go at it. Well, he's not an idiot, Ozzy Rob, and I appreciate what you're saying, and you're more than welcome to speak your mind. But one does not become president twice against a hostile media and a political party that has done unprecedented attacks against a man. He's not an idiot. Say what you want about Trump, but he's not an idiot and he's not a fool. Now, can he be wrong? Yes, he can be wrong, and he's been wrong about some things, no question about it. But he's no fool and he's no idiot. All right, let's see here. But thank you for your thoughts. Let's see here. Very good. Richard Metcalf is here. Good to see you. Patriarchal Rain says, I agree with your comments about Trump. He rarely says anything by accident. That's right. And again, I don't agree with some of the way he says things, but it is what it is. And but anyways, very good. Ludo, welcome from Belgium. Good to see you. John Roberts, good to see you. Mark Norgard says here, gold soon $3,500 and silver below $33. In fact, today it got within 30 cents of. It got within 30 cents. Actually, this is too late here, but it got to $34.99 and 30 cents or 70 cents, one of the two. I forget. I should have screen captured it, but the market is open now and gold is plunging out of the gate. So, yeah, it's crazy. And that's something that I thought would happen in due course. Will that continue? I don't know. But so far, Trump has said he's not going to fire Jerome Powell. Of course, I don't know that he can. But anyways. Evil Cowboy says, gold has gained over $1,000 in a year span. That really says a lot about it. Yes, it sure has. It has done something remarkable for sure. Yes, indeed. All right, there you go. International Stacker is here. He's the International Stacker Man, the one and the only. He is not a myth, but he is a legend. That's right. There he is. International Stacker with the Crustacean Nation. 2 crabs. That's right. There you go. And what is, it's one crab in the hand is better than 2 crabs in the bush. But how often are you going to hold a crab in your hand knowing that they can pinch you? And really, how many times do you see any crabs hanging around bushes? I don't. So I don't understand why that saying became so popular. I really don't. Can you all make any sense of it? It's crazy. All right. All right, let's see here. Okay, we got F-37 Metal. Very cool video and interesting info. Well, thank you, my friend. We've got Ed Reed says, I have a healthy amount of gold, but I wish I had bought more earlier. Oh, well, life goes on. Yep, hindsight is 2020. I feel the same way, but you know what? It's all right. I was able to make it happen. through the course and buy some gold when it was cheaper. But you kind of wish we would have bought more. But it's all good. Any amount of gold is better than no gold. That's for sure. Thank you to James Unleashed for posting a link to International Stackers channel. Yes, indeed. And oh, I thought we had a scammer, but they hung up in short order. Yes, indeed, these scammers, they're savvy like that. They don't do it. We have one scammer. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, Red Crawler. Today's push-ups keep Uncle Sal healthy. That's right, they sure do. $4.99. Thank you, my friend. North Star Stacker with $10. So that's 15 and 16 and 17 for 8-inch destroyers gift donations. So let's see, 17 push-ups. Let's make it happen here. Let me get over here to this so we can get rocking and rolling here with the push-ups. Yes, indeed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Move these things out of the way. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Okay, let's see here. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Here we go. That got the blood flowing. Let it all stack up there. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Jamie Fox is here. We got rabid rabies is here. I wouldn't want to get bit by rabid rabies unless I get a tetanus shot first. Then it's okay to bite me. All right. Jeff Reynolds is here. Tom Larson is with us. Appreciate you guys joining me as we answer some more comments. We are doing a very slight market watch tonight as we watch the metals fall. Gold's falling fairly substantially. Yes, indeed. Oh, thank you, James Unleashed, for North Star Stackers link. Woe the 9424. My golden rule is to do unto others as you would have them done unto you. I hope you all make lots of wonderful lives to be able to live the fullness of existence without limitation. Well, that's a good rule to live by. I hear that comes from the Bible, so I think that's definitely a good way to do it, for sure. All right. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. We've got Silver Shelby Stacker. Says the following here. Okay. Says this. Good morning, Salivate Metal Nation. Hope you're doing well. Show some love for Sal and hit the thumbs up button. Thanks, everybody. See you all lovely people tonight. Have a great day, brother. Thank you so much, Silver Shelby Stacker. And we are here. I hope you are as well. You may have popped in and I missed you, but the cat is with us. Very good as we continue to press forward here. Exciting night here. Fascinating to see the markets are actually moving a little bit here tonight to the downside. Let's take a look just for gits and shiggles. Gold is down almost $50 tonight. Still above 3,300. But it got really close to $3,500 yesterday, or earlier today, rather. And silver's down 12 cents. Platinum and palladium are also both down, but not by a whole lot. But anyways. All right. $3,500 gold is coming. We came within 30 cents, I think, from that happening, Brad Wheeler, earlier today. Okay, we've got 143 Druid. Makes a comment, says, sure, AG Bondi is doing it, not. Sure, FBI Director Patel is doing it, not. Remember what it took to restructure the USSR Tree of Liberty is a wee bit thirsty, to say the least. Yes. Yeah, I know. People are a little bit frustrated at Pam Bond. There has been some arrests and stuff like that, but some people feel like she should be doing more. But anyways, Vegas Stacker is here. Good evening to you. Their shadow work is here. Good to see you. And so is my kitten as a grandmaster. Yes. Yeah, my kitten is a grandmaster. Gold did hit 3,500, almost 3,500. It was within 70 or 30 cents away. I should have screen captured it, but anyways. All right, let's see here what we've got here with Dennis Niemeyer. Buy more metal. Lead is still in my price range. There you go. Coffee time with Sal. Amen. Exactly. Professor Carlo says here, another good video. Thank you, sir. You tend to put a lot of faith in politicians. In my lifetime, not the Not one politician brought the price of gold down. Reality is the same, is the exact opposite of what you're hoping for, especially with these modern politicians that are severely unintelligent. Well, this video, I think you missed the point of the video because it's not about faith in any politician. It's about plans to actually utilize gold for it. In fact, I think that's really the idea of what it's about, the idea of tying it to gold in some way. So, and by the way, Judy Shelton is not a politician. She's not a politician at all. All right, let's see here. Steve F. 5076 says this here. We don't want a central bank. No Federal Reserve is needed or wanted. We have never given our permission to move away from gold and silver. Well, we did, actually, Steve. I hate to say it. Maybe not you personally, and maybe not your father, but more than likely, if your grandfather voted for the politicians that voted to make this thing happen back in 1913, we indirectly did make a contribution to this. Anyways, wake up. These people all need to be fired. Trump is not returning our gold to us. He wants to use it for the government. Fire Washington, D.C. Our capital is Philadelphia. Well, you got a lot going on there, Steve, but I live in the world of reality. That's just not going to happen anytime soon. Yeah, appreciate the thumbs up. Thank you, Jane Monlace. Yes, indeed. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. Eli says here, I do recall hearing her name somewhere before. Thanks for the update. Thanks, Albro. Thank you so much, my friend. And here's Chuckles. Always get a laugh out of seeing his name pop up there. He says this. It's a private bank. No one knows who owns it and if they are not answerable to anyone. When Ron Paul asked Ben Bernanke in a hearing what happened to missing billions, Bernanke, with a 3-day shadow, eyes half open, mouth agape, looking like he had been on a 3-day drunk, replied, I don't know. All Ron Paul could do is give him a suspicious smirk and say nothing. Yes, crazy. Unaccountable for in many different ways, that's for sure. Let's see here. And we've got a wireless lesson. Says here, I hope somebody that submits to Trump gets in the Fed position. Is this possible? Please comment below. Well, I don't even really know that it's about submission. It really should be about doing the right thing in the end. But anyways, if you think Trump is doing the right thing, then I think that it's quite a possibility that Judy Shelton would fit that bill. And the flowers grow, says Scott Besson is a gold bug. That he is. Let's pause that. We must prioritize the scammers when they call. Yes, indeed. Here we go. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, yes, sir. This is John. How are you doing today? Are you fine?
I'm doing okay, but I really should be more excited when I talk. Go ahead. Yes? Can I help you? Oh, dang it, son of a motherless goat. All right, very good. Brad Wheeler? Calling Brad Wheeler. Brad Wheeler, come to my office right now, young man. You are in trouble. All right. Sorry, I had to call somebody out here. Ron Sisler says, who buys a 50-year treasury? Somebody who maybe is forward-thinking, or a parent may buy it for their kids when they're newborn, and then they cash out when they're 50 years old, or maybe even before they're born, and they say, hey, we got this thing going out, we got something coming for you. So that's who does that. But yeah, anyways, let's see here. All right. Scaring them off. I'm scaring them off. All right. Bob says Saudi allowed the sell as long as they could keep oil down. I'm thinking they want at least 10K record profits in the Arab National Bank today. Interesting. Interesting indeed. There's Silver Shelby. He's here. Welcome, welcome. All right. Yeah. This coffee tastes really good, you know what I mean? Not only does it taste good, it's delicious. It's delicious coffee. All right. Family for dinner. All right, thank you so much. My kitten is a grandmaster, formerly known as Food Stamp. Good to see you, my friend. Appreciate you popping in tonight. All right, where are we at? Let's see what we've got happening over here. We've got reverse proof. Says all I see is that 2009 double eagle. What a stunning gold coin. Any video with that in it gets an automatic like. Good video, Sal. Thank you. I appreciate that, my friend. I don't pull it out often. Because I don't want to overwear its welcome, although I don't know if we could really do that with such a coin, but yes, indeed. All right. Yeah, the scammers will be replaced by AI soon. In fact, a lot of times, AI or some very crude version of it is an automated voices that come through at the very beginning. But yes, indeed. All right. Let's see here what we've got here with the next comment, shall we? Mark Amberg here says, what a bunch of quackery on this. Let me see here. The bankrupt state just increased its military budget to $1 trillion, but is somehow going back into a fake gold standard. If you believe this, I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you. Her job is to extend and pretend while they obstruct we the people from being able to use gold and silver. China and India tell their people to buy gold. The U.S. think tanks trot out these stooges to explain to the hoopla heads that our currency will in some way be backed up by gold with a sleight of hand and BS rhetoric. Well, Mark Amberg, you're getting way ahead of yourself. Number one, she's not the Fed chair yet. And number two, it's some ideas that she's floating around as a monetary economist. That's really it. And it's better than what they're doing right now. And the thing is, some of that could change for sure. Well, look at this here from John Knox. John Knox just sent us a $5 PayPal friends and family. The first one we've got in quite a while from the PayPal. Thank you, John Knox. Appreciate that, man. Is he here with us? I owe him 10 push-ups. We double them up on the PayPal friends and family because with that you don't have to. There's no fees taken out, and there's also not any taxes. So that's very nice. Good to see Laura is here. Dizziness Laura, welcome. Thank you so much. Let's make those happen. 10 push-ups. Thank you, John Knox. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we go. Nice. Very, very good. All right, we've made that happen in short order here. Very good. Okay. Welder Guy is here. Welcome, Welder Guy. Good to see you. Okay. We got Maria says, I'm still waiting to get my AI robot to do the gardening. Oh, I know. Wouldn't that be nice? Cooking and cleaning advice on gold and silver. There you go. Okay, Mark says here. So what idiot would buy a 50-year gold bond with an insolvent corporation whose reputation around the world is agreement incapable and empire of lies? The word's not mine. Answer no one. This would be a default. The whole purpose of the scam would be convince the public that they didn't default and shouldn't be swept out of power and taken to the trash. And deceivers they are, Judy Shelton is dishonest for even publishing crackpot idea like this using lies of admission. Shame on her, and I will never trust her. She is a softer side of pure evil and power, playing the role like the others. Wow. Boy, Mark, you really have it in for Judy Shelton, don't you? Wow, crazy. Well, let me guess. You are a Janet Yellen fan, is my guess. All right. Red Crawler, thank you. I'm watching a different movie because Trump points out gold all the time and only stackers can see it. There you go. That's right, exactly. Yes, indeed. Okay, let's see. Let's do 5 push-ups for Red Crawler. Here we go. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay. Nice. I'd like to get those out of the way. Thanks, Red Crawler. Appreciate that, my friend. All right. Savage Stacker, very kind, chimes in. This would be huge, but for some reason, we just never get the right person in the job. when we need them. Hopefully something will change. Thanks, Al. Great video, my friend. Thank you so much, Savage. Yes, indeed. It is a bold idea for sure. All right. And, okay, well, he just more of a kind of rants there. We'll go on to BB's comment. And BB's comment says this. Unlike Judy Shelton's viewpoint on gold, I do not agree with a 50-year treasury. That would make it difficult for the majority of the nation's citizens to invest in their own country. A 10 or 20-year would make it a lot more feasible for most people of this nation. I'd rather see citizens be able to invest in their own country instead of foreign investors. No, I understand and I hear you. But I would say this, like, it could be tiered. It could be tiered with a 50 being the highest, is my guess. But anyways, I know some people don't like the idea of that length of time, but I think it could maybe be up to it, but I don't know. All right, let's see here. Stephen Higby, the president should have the power to replace Fed chairman at will if he's not working with the administration. Yeah, but that would mean that I believe there should be some level of independence, but not a blatant working against them. And I think with what Powell has said, his words pretty much reflect that. So I don't know. I'm torn on it. I think there's got to be some accountability. Maybe by a majority of the Senate, or, I don't know, where he could be removed, but I don't know. But even that, it's sort of, I don't know. I don't like the idea of a Federal Reserve at all. Hopefully we can do away with it, but it would require legislation. All right. And let's see here. Herb Walter says, once Federal Reserve notes were no longer redeemable for gold dollars, they became the same as U.S. notes, except that we pay interest on them. We should just have the Treasury print U.S. notes instead and pay off the Federal Reserve debt. Yes, and I think there's something about getting those notes back as well, too. I'm going to actually make a point to try to call this one scammer who, when I told him about calling 615. Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up. You're late. You're late. I know you didn't commit to calling me at 6:15, although you did at the very beginning. You hung up on me. You got to call me back. What's wrong with you? Come on now. He says he's a manager of the loan scam company he has. But anyways. All right, let's see here. Your neighborhood says, wow, I was just watching on one of my financial shows. One of the largest gold purchases ever was made a few days ago. I wonder if this is the U.S. government buying gold. Interesting. Wow. All right, one of the largest purchases was made a couple days ago. Fascinating. It could be. Although I would think we'd have to find out about that in short order, where that purchase came from, how we can make it work. MW8580 says, the Fed is the beast of the Jekyll Island. I think it meant Jekyll Island. It has to be removed and the U.S. put back on a gold standard. The Fed is a Ponzi scheme that drains the wealth from the people and puts it in the pockets of the globalist bankers. Yes, a lot of people are not a fan of them for sure. Yes, indeed. All right. And let's see here. Rick's Talented Tongue. Okay. Hard to read when the words are all grouped together like that. But he says this. Gold crushed after crossing the $3,500 mark in the pre-market and being tamped back down to $3,430 with no fanfare. No, the banks are not trying to crush gold, just trying to show the gold tide wave and allow it to rise to their schedule. Gold will continue to rise all year, but these last couple of days were too fast. The banker's still in charge as always. All right, there we go. Very good. We need a Fang coin. I'm going to get with my friend Eric Swellwell on that one. All right, let's see here. Good to see you guys. All right, we've got here Rodney His next chapter says, I believe that having nobody as Fed chairman and having no Federal Reserve all is the best move. Yep, I know. I'm with you on that. And Rick also says gold down to almost $100 today after hitting 35.04 in pre-market. Well, that may have been in, that very well could have been in the futures market because it never actually got to $3,500. It was a few cents shy, 30 to 70 cents shy of that. The bankers strike back, so rigged. All right, very good. Or it moved too fast, as you mentioned before. I think that's really kind of what happened here. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Federal Reserve is illegitimate. Yes, indeed. I hear you. A lot of people feel that way. And let's see. Anybody in the middle of the gold surge weeks ago when gold went down $100 on no news and no reason for one day, then it slowly climbed back up. They will not allow it to accelerate faster than they are ready for. Out of nowhere, break beatdowns are going to be a strange occurrence on its rise to $5,000 plus. All right, maybe it very well could happen. It very well could happen. We'll see. In fact, we'll take a peek now because it is starting to pull back even more tonight. Hello, Big Test Unit. Good to see you. Where is gold right now? It is down $52.50. It's back near the $3,333 range. We're a 13 cents shy of $3,333.33, although it trades in only 10-cent increments. You'll never see another number unless things change dramatically and the prices fall way, way down. And it's at $3,333.20. Insane in the membrane. There's where gold is, right canal. Dan, tax some of the $100 trillion America's wealthy has basically stolen. Well, no. America's wealthy. If they're going to take advantage of the loopholes, you can't blame them for that. You blame the politicians for allowing it to happen. They could close those loopholes in a hurry, very easily. Very easily. Yes, indeed. All right. All right. Holy says stock futures have shot to is their news. What do you mean shot to? Shot up. Okay, they've shot up. I don't know what the news is, other than the news, the late news this afternoon was that Donald Trump said he is not threatening, he's not going to fire, he has no intention on firing Jerome Powell. Although I kind of find it hard to believe that that would be the news that is causing the markets to go up and gold prices to go down. But anyways, yes, RM 1042 fractional gold is looking good. Indeed it is. That's right, Big Test Unit. They would find more loopholes. And find more loopholes. And Emerald Light says, well, China and India's rich nations are all been buying gold for years, trying to get their system ready for everyone who has the gold. That's right. That's a lot of gold buying by their nations. Been covering that on this channel since it started in 2022. Allison Smith, the U.S. will never go back to the gold standard. Too many people behind the scenes who are anonymous will never let it happen. Well, that's why the deep state needs to be rooted out, for sure. All right. Scott Besson said something about China trade deals. Well, Trump's been mentioning it too, that there's going to be some deals. They're in the works with China. And so maybe that is part of what is leading to a calm in the markets, and they're climbing up. Very well could be. Because the trade war has not escalated beyond 145%. All right, very good. Michael K. is here with us. Elliot Scott is with us here. Good to see Mark B. with us tonight. And Art9855 says, money deposited in the bank 40 years ago did nothing but drop in value. That's exactly right. Depending on what kind of account it went into, but you're right. If it's just a straight savings account, you're losing big time. We've got this from Old Dark House. Says, how do you get anyone to buy gold-backed bonds? This was done to pay for World War I with Liberty bonds. When it came time to pay up, FDR defaulted on principal and interest they received, backed the base by 57% paper money. They appealed to patriotism to buy the bonds, but viewed these bondholders as nothing but sheep to be sheared. Yes. All right. Interesting. Yes, indeed. All right. Very good. All right. Elliot Scott was not late. Welcome. Good to see Copper Bones from the Garden of Missouri. Good to see you. Welcome to the Jumpa. Glad to see you. Some newer folks here. And let's see here. And Jolie says, remember when I valued 100 to 1 GSR? No, I don't remember that. Let's see here. Nostro Dispader says this. Let me get over here. Pull this out. Says people who predicted a huge move in gold are actually farcically forecasting either. One, a huge increase in gold demand for industry or jewelry, or two, a massive shortage in gold supply. Neither of these things are likely to happen in any major scale. Metals markets are volatile right now because of whipsaw volatility in the stock market, but eventually tidal forces will regain control and we shall have balance. Yep, I think you're right. Sooner or later, things are going to fall back into balance. I do agree. All right. Very good. Let's press on up here. Richard Metcalf, I think she would be an excellent Treasury chair. Powell has turned into a political pawn. Indeed. Yes, thank you. The Fed is not ours. We are its. Well, unless we have gold and silver in our possession, then we're less theirs. That's for sure. Gomersky, 1962, says there should be no independence of the central bank because we shouldn't have a central bank. Yep. In the end, that's right. That's true. Dakini Woman thanks me. Thanks you so much, Dakini Woman. Let's slurp a little coffee here. Mr. E, thank you so much. One way or another, the PM will correct. Be ready. That's right, Mr. E. I agree. That's £2. Let's give him 2 push-ups. Thank you. We do that here. 2 push-ups. 1 and 2. Very good. Thank you so much. I appreciate that you guys are not overworking me tonight. Let's see here. So thank you, Dakini Woman. And we've got Dan BB chimes in with this about the video that I posted this afternoon here. Man, I just got a couple of those bear bulb coins. They're iconic for the current market. They sure are. Very much so. They were kind of foretelling as to what came. For sure. All right. Let's do this. Let's get over here to this next one here. Great Nate says here, thanks, Sal. Appreciate your continued positive outlook. As we know, they can do anything right now. It's all about how many ounces. Yes, that's right. Exactly. And we'll see what happens here. Rich M3000 says President Trump should fire Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell. I don't know that he can. The Constitution doesn't give Powell any powers. Well, the Constitution doesn't give the Federal Reserve any powers, unchecked or otherwise. In fact, it doesn't even authorize the Federal Reserve. That's exactly right. If Powell thinks he's above the president, whom we elected to lead the executive branch, he's in the wrong job. Well, I don't think that the Federal Reserve is under the executive branch of the government. They are technically a private institution, but they're quasi because it's chair people are basically appointed by the government. However, Trump should replace Powell if he fires him. He shouldn't replace Powell. Well, I don't know that he's under the law that he can do that, but I feel your frustration on that for sure. Remember when gold broke the last high in your stream? But yes, I do remember that. Yes, 8-inch destroyer was crazy to watch and see. Nose for silver with the 1999 super chat. Thank you so much. Keep on rocking in the free world. Thank you, Nose. We're going to give you some curls for that. Yes, indeed. Thank you, sir. Let me get ready to do those curls. Thank you, Nose. Very kind of you indeed, sir. All right. 1999 super chat. Thanks, my friend. Here we go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right. Thank you so much, Nose, for that. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, we've got this. No live chat tonight then. Well, Maria, no. I mean, there's a live chat. Why wouldn't there be? We're on tonight, so I hope you will join us. I don't know how she got that from this video, but anyways. Biggie Rai 5150 says, good morning. I am ready to explore. All right, nice. I'm honored that you're here exploring with us. Gold is more than 3 times the price of platinum. Yes, it sure is. It's amazing to see. All right, very amazing to see. Good evening to Timothy, Elliot Scott, John Roberts is here. Shadow Work is with us. All right. Very good. Where are we at now? Let's see here. All right, Eli in the Wolverine State has been here listening in the background. I'm glad you're here. Thanks to you and others for popping in tonight with us. We're just answering some comments. We actually are watching the markets a little bit here too because they are down a bit. There's Dean R. Pizza delivery driver is so slow. Man, I'll give him a call, have him rush and hurry up. They need to get you that pizza and get it to you quickly. Sounds delicious. All right. American Prospector says, I trade silver before gold, if ever. Yes, indeed. That's right. And, yes, I hear you. Well, I think in my position, I would still consider doing the same thing. But I don't know. I still feel I'm probably not going to do either or. All right. Let's see here. And where are we at? We've got Greg Smith says here, gold went up like 40%. Of course, silver didn't fall as much. Yes, I know. I hear you. But today, though, we saw a sign, a continuation, though. Right now, it's happening again. Gold is dropping further, and silver is dropping, but not as much. Gold is now down $53.90. Silver is down 18 cents, 0.55%. Gold is falling more than about 3 times faster than silver right now. Henceforth, narrowing the gold to silver ratio to 103.06, which is better than 104, which is where it was. So there's where your gold and silver ratio is now. The correction in the market. All right, very good. All right, let's see here. And Connor Wild says, they let you trade it in for the same 1 to 2% fee, if not less. Yes, but Connor Wild, you will get 1 or 2% fee back on your silver or on your gold. And then when you go to buy silver, they're going to charge you way more than 2% for that. So you're trading in a different ratio. In most places, yes, indeed. All right. Paul Tissue is here giving us a Haktua report. Maybe we should start investing in Haktua. It's still there. You know, I thought they would have shut it down after the rug pull, but I guess it's still going, right? I don't know. It's crazy. I don't think so, says Charles Calhoun. What don't you think so about? A new trend, okay. Yep, I don't know. It may not be, but we're seeing it happen more and more often. And even though the ratio has widened a bit, but it's really more about the unusualness of the gold market than it does say. In other words, gold may wear out its welcome with all these radical moves. It's got to be a top somewhere in the gold. The question is, will silver be doing it? Very good. What's it like being a whale right now? I'll let you know after I eat Thanksgiving dinner. Then I get so stuffed, man. I feel like a whale. I'll probably have a lot of gas too, and I'll just ask me around Thanksgiving time, because I tend to stuff myself. I'm about as big as a whale. David Davey, plenty of profit taking in the GLD market today. Yes, indeed, we are starting to see that. Yep. And continuation of that in the Asian markets. Profit taking. Indeed. Larry Dilsaver, first order from Summit Metals due this week. I feel I got a great deal on Silver Eagles. Thanks, Captain Sal. Arrgh. Well, congratulations, sir. Way to go. Glad you got a good deal and glad everything's working out. Very good. All right. Let's see here. As we slurp our way through this broadcast tonight, we're going to go to the next comment here. David Davey here on this market video about the report from the market today. It says this here. The uptick in the stock market was probably good for the silver price looking at industrial use. Yes. It's something. Yes, indeed. Crazy, crazy. I think so too. I think that's a big part of it. All right, Count Trumpula is here. Welcome, Count Trumpula. Good to see you. And let's see here. Oh, congratulations, Shadow Work. This month is his 4-year stackiversary. Way to go. All right, we got thumbs up, algorithm food from James Unleashed and Michael K. Double shot right here. Appreciate that, guys. And gold got hit really hard from what it was last night. It sure is. You're right, my kin as a grandmaster. Sure has been. Whoa, Uriah Kaiser. Wow. Says we just got a bounced off my key level to the dollar on gold. We should see a pop up towards 33.75 tomorrow, then moved up to 3,400 and 3,500 on Thursday. Then a pullback on Friday. Interesting. Okay. Wow. Bounced off this key level on the dollar. All right, very good. Let's do you 10 curls for that one. Thank you for your insights. You're right, Kaiser. And he's been right before about this stuff, so we'll see what happens here. Okay, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we go. All right. 10, 10, 10. That's it. Very good. So, very good. Nice. All right. 33.75 tomorrow. We'll get there. Very good. Thank you, James Unleashed. You posted a link to Uriah Kaiser's website. He has a coffee shop / jewelry / coin shop. Yes, indeed. That's right. Very good. And I'm just slurping a lot. Here we go. All right. When the 30-year gets above 4.9, the bond, then the stocks are going to crater. All right, very good. Let's see here. Thank you, Lou FX Forever. Yes, indeed. All right. Yes, indeed. I figured, yeah, if you guys are going to super chat, I better do some work. I better do some push-ups at least. Gotta work for it. That's right. Thank you. And Glenn Stewart says, a manufacturing complex can't handle a quick rise in the silver cost. All right. Well, I think to some extent you're right, but you may be surprised because a lot of those things use very little silver in the grand scheme of things. I think they can handle at least some move. But I mean, a quick rise, like, a $20 rise per ounce or something like that, or $10 per ounce in 1 day or 2 days, it might not be able to handle that, especially if it sticks. And Alan Church says the following. So many scenarios well describe the difference between gold and silver most of us know. I yearn to own more silver than my tiny junk stack, but right now gold is gleaming for me. Whatever of the two you choose, it's safer than fiat. Indeed it is, for sure. I agree. Yes, indeed. All right, let's see here. You got RM 1042. Silver made no gains the last couple of days, but I'm impressed how it's standing its ground. Good sign. Yes, I think so too. It sure is. It's standing its ground. And that is good. Jerry Mandarin chimes in with this and says, gold and silver prices are tight with a 0.9 correction long term, grooving together like disco champs. Short term, they're at 0.7, 0.85, with silver occasionally tripping over its industrial vibes. With the gold to silver ratio, it's over 100 to 1, an anomaly rarer than a unicorn hoarding leprechaun gold. Silver's like, yo, gold, stop hogging the spotlight. History says this gap's got to close, so grab silver before it moonwalks back to glory. Yes, although the one caveat I would say about this, Jerry Mandarin, is that we've been so close to 100 for so long that and it's been up over 100 for long enough now that it is not an anomaly at this point. It is rare, but we're beyond anomaly state. And I can tell you why it is, because central banks have been buying it, holding on to it long enough now that is a lot of what has propped up the gold price. But I still think it's going to narrow some. But when we've been trading in the 80s for so long and in the 90s for so long, I think that it's just a unique situation, but it's not an anomaly. That's where I disagree with you. But thank you for your thoughts on that. Elliot Scott, I do that with IAU and SLV. Okay, trade the ratio. All right, very good. Let's see here. Thank you, Sal, for sharing this information. Price of metals go up and down every other day. Time to hold on to. That's right. Hold on through the ups and downs and everything in between, for sure. Good evening, Sal. Good evening to you, Rusty Nail. Appreciate your daily greetings. And silver not going to do anything. It will be 35 until 2035 as it is now. I understand your frustration, but that's not going to happen. It's going to continue to rise in price, and it will preserve your wealth over the long haul. Copper up 2.5%. And I'm just curious to see what copper is doing now, because I don't think it's up that much. I don't think we saw it climb that high. Copper, though, is up, but it's only up 0.0009. It did not. I don't think it moved that much earlier in the day. All right, very good. Okay, let's see here. Oh, thank you, CCT, for the PayPal link there. I double them up on the PayPal donations, but oh, whoa, wait a second. All right, we just got this from Michael K. $4 over at PayPal. That's 8 push-ups. Thank you so much, my friend. From Michael K. Just popped in here. Let's see here. Let's do that. Let me get over here. We can do those 8 push-ups accordingly. Very kind of you, sir. All right. Let's see here. Here we go. All right. Oh, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. Very, very good. Nice. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Very nice. Nice indeed. All right, John Roberts, take a breather, man, on push-ups needed for this cash. All right. Well, thank you for the reprieve on that, John Roberts. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. As we press forward here with JM Unleashed comment on this video. Let me do this and situate myself to where I can make this thing happen here. Okay. JM says, I expect to see more of this. Silver price increasing on days when gold price drops, and silver price outperforming on days when gold price is positive. Of course, I could be wrong. We shall see. Well, in a normal market, that should be the case, as we saw in previous bull runs. And almost every previous bull run, that has been the case, except for this one. Although silver has done well, and for parts of last year, it did outperform gold. But obviously, this year, it's been a little bit different. But I think that if we get back to a normal bull market, I think we will continue to see that. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see here. The fitness of this live stream. Yes, I don't think I'm going to be ripped, Skull Key Bullion. See, I've got one thing working for me. I'm a pretty light guy. There's not as much of me to push up. You know what I mean? I think that's what works on my behalf. And so if I was much heavier, then that would be impressive. But it's really not that impressive, honestly. And my form is I'm sure my form is not always correct because I go faster than I should on the push-ups because I don't want to waste people's time. So I'm probably doing them too quick. And sometimes my back doesn't get quite as straight as it should. But anyways. But it does help. I do feel better doing the push-ups, but I'm not buff. That's right. And by any stretch of any imagination, I wish I was. It'd be nice to be muscle-bound. It just is not me. My pectoralis muscles, though, are a little bit tighter. But you wouldn't be able to tell by looking at it. I just know it. I can feel it, you know what I mean? But that's about it. James Solid says, might we see gold settle around the current price for a while? It's quite possible. You know, it is quite possible. It seems like it should be settling in here for a while if it's not going to go down. All right. And David McKenzie says, hopefully stays high for a big change. Yes, indeed. That's right. We'll see here. Good stuff. Thank you, Dean R. Hope the pizza arrived. Let me know if the pizza made it. Let's see what gold's doing right now. It's down now almost $60. It's 58.70 down right now to 33.27. Silver's down only 6 cents right now. So look at that. Gold is falling much more than silver. A continuation of what I talked about in this afternoon's video. And Kookaburra Man, speaking from personal experience, gold is much better to stack than silver. How much dollars I got tied up in silver, the same amount of dollars, did much better in stock market, yes. Yeah, but of course, stock market stuff is, that's more of an investment strategy. Silver really should be seen as a long-term play. And gold has really acted more like a good stock these days. And this is a little bit unusual, but again, not an anomaly because we've seen the price go up and stay up for long enough now. And this is something that very well could start to form new support for gold that we never thought could happen. That support very well could be maybe potentially $28,000 to $3,000 support for gold from here on out. We'll see here. Lulu Lucky is here. Welcome, Lulu Lucky. Good to see you. Appreciate you being here tonight. She is awesome. We love Lulu. Richard Metcalf, I think silver is poised to start to run sooner rather than later. Yes, indeed. I think it could be. I'm looking at this sign and others that I've been doing videos about this type of move before. And it really does seem, this gives me some encouragement. In fact, we're seeing that trend even tonight in the Asian market. So I think that tells us something. It could be. Now, it could be wrong, at least for now. But I think the more time we see this type of stuff happen, the better off chances are we could see that happen. Nothing like a good roller coaster ride. Indeed, that's right. Ginny Young, I hope she gets in and follows through. Exactly, that's key. You're right. Kurt Norr says you can almost see the invisible hand trying to pull silver down. I hear you. But silver continues to stick its head up. That's right. It's being defiant, and that's a good thing. Master Blaster says this here. Families are not spending enough because they don't feel financially safe. The property tax crisis has diminished the value of their number one asset, their home. The growing unemployment threat has also potentially made their job less secure. Food prices are not falling fast enough. Autos are so expensive. No one can afford the payments. How can they afford to buy gold? Yes, that's true. There are some big whales buying it, but you're right. Very, very true. All right. Oh, yeah. Almost done with this coffee. Well, not quite. I'm very close to being almost done. As we go to the next comment, we've got over here, who is making his post from over there, says, I believe I heard the criticism on the 50-year gold bond is that there's no coupon reduced face value today, and 50 years from now to get the full face value in gold, yes, backed by gold. So whatever the gold price would be 50 years. So in other words, if you would have bought this in 1973 to today, you'd be sitting pretty. Very, very pretty. Yes, indeed. There is Master Blaster with us. Good to see you, Master Blaster. He's here. All right. Oh, yes, indeed. Skaboosh. Skaboosh says this here. Silver is endlessly disappointing, but once everyone clicks onto how bad the fiat is going, I bet that's when silver becomes in demand and goes up. Yes, very well could. Very well could. Hawaii Silver talked about in this video. That's exact opposite of what happened. It didn't get smashed at all. Fell a little bit compared to gold getting hit pretty hard. That was the whole point of the video, if you listen to what I said. All right. Cemetery Shop. Let's celebrate silver is still grossly undervalued. Still poised for a breakout to the upside and still available to buy. Woohoo. It's a great day for silver. Indeed it is. And even when it's continuing to fall, it's only down 4 cents right now. But look at this from Red Crawler. Thank you. Wild speculation, but Trump will do something to set silver free. No exercise in the future. Well, thank you, Red Crawler. Wow. That's a profound statement. Yes. That would be something. Can you imagine? I don't see that happening for a number of different reasons. However, industry is, if you're talking about setting it free, in other words, and trade or whatever for industry, then that could happen. I could see that happening. But like to make a bimetallic standard or something like that, or tied to banking, I don't know that that would happen. But you may have met in with regards to industry. And with that, I could see that happening. Yeah, can you imagine? Very well could be. We shall see. Thank you, Red Crawler. That's what I like about this this community. You guys are thinking outside of the box, and we need that kind of thinking. You know what I mean? I think that's great. So very, very good. See what happens. See what Trump does and says over the next couple of months here. All right. Let's see. We've got Kookaburra Man, I believe was in here earlier. Appreciate Kookaburra Man popping in. Says if the people were smart in the United States, they would stay away from the federal government far away as they can. I have no idea why they keep running into their own lap at all times. Yes, indeed, that's right. Because the federal government's the most dangerous words from the English language arrive from the government, and I'm here to help. Exactly right. Excellent video and thumbs up. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. From Kookaburra Man tonight here, as we continue to move to the next comment. We've got from Kookaburra Man again, but with a different, I don't know why this is happening, but that's his icon didn't carry through. If Americans think that the majority of Muslim people are bad, why are they always kissing up like Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and other Arab countries that is giving them money? If one religion or a culture is bad, you've got to treat it bad. You have to treat everybody equally. Hypocrisy is fine for sure. Well, I think it's not all Muslims are created equal, I would say. There's different sects in Islam, and not all Muslim. I think most people are against Islamists, which are really extreme Sunnis, but there's extreme Shiites as well. But Jordan, Saudi Arabia, well, Jordan especially is more moderate, and they're very good. Audio cut out, refresh page. Okay, very good. Sorry about that. All right. And I'll never break 35. It'll never break 35, but it's nice to dream. I know. I share your frustration, but it's going to get there. Arsenal fan, I'm in for the long haul. I just keep stacking regardless of the price. There you go. Dollar cost averaging is the way to go. We have to petition, get some Dems on board. I hear 79 got deported to that jail. She's kicking everybody's ass. All right. Wonder where she's been. This must be what it is. SS Grover is here. My first gold purchase. Congratulations. Anybody seen a Gold Chick? Asian Hunter. Great Slim Rider, Sal. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. No Pex and Deltoid. All right. And just bought 2 ounces Scottsdale Mint, 1/2 rounds. Those are nice rounds. I've had those too. They're really cool. Your videos are always interesting. Thank you. Well, thank you, Don Hill. I appreciate that. And let's see here. We got Vince Batch Elder 3000. Says this: Trump came out today and said he wasn't going to fire Jerome Powell. I think that had an effect on the stock market and precious metals, including cryptocurrency. Yes, I think that did have an effect for sure. Yes, indeed. Very good. Let's see what we've got here. Pressing on forward. If I get my mouse back, we got to make this thing efficient and growing here. If they deport a gold chick, maybe so. All right, let's get down here to this. Silver doesn't go up, but goes down with gold. What a deal. Yes, indeed. That's right. Nice when gold goes down. And Danny Jehushler, 3697, says here, not sure if you listen to the Peter Schiff podcast, Sal, but he's a pretty smart man, and he does say these tariffs are inflationary. Anyway, I've got a 6th grade education, so what do I know? Yeah, well, and I hate to say it, but he's wrong about that. I don't listen to Peter Schiff, but if he says they're inflationary, he's got it all wrong. They may contribute to higher costs, but that is not inflationary. And by the way, the people, and even the CPI report, the way they measure inflation, honestly, has been so twisted and bastardized over the years that's why so many people have it stuck in their head about the about inflation. But anyways, why? It says I mainly see guarding copper in industrial areas and in rural construction projects, hydroelectric, masked criminals cutting fence for copper wire. Be careful with your precious metals. Even catalytic converters are popular theft. Indeed, they are, for sure. You're right about that. Happy Tiger is here. Good to see you. Happy Tiger plays drums. Really good drummer. She is. And so John Bethia, people used to make money off of us when we worked 5.5 to 16-hour days for $5. Labor is cheap when we were a few jobs. No fun being a slave worker. Yes, you're right. It's no fun indeed. All right. Let's see here. And let's see here. Emoticon from James O'Neill Brown. Thank you for the emoticons on that. Bee Collector Rick says here, if we split up all the silver in the world population, how many ounces do we each get? Well, I've heard 8 ounces for the number of us, but that may be an old figure, but let's just say somewhere between 6 and 8 ounces each. All right, very good. All right. Wow, Pamela Rice, happy birthday. She just turned 70 on Wednesday, and she's a young 70. That's great. That is awesome. Owns her weight in silver, but I can't remember to tune into Sal with some win some, lose some. Well, I tell you what, you may own your weight in silver, but do you own your age in silver? Do you have 70 ounces of silver? I don't know. Yes, and see. That's right. Let's see here. Very good. Alma Ball says, howdy. Because I own my age in silver. That means I own 123 ounces. That's right. All right. Let's see here. Gratinate, 4932. Thanks, Sal. Dr. Shelton has always been a gold bug. In my opinion, a bimetallic system is necessary. Gold for banks in countries, silver for use. Yes, indeed. I like that idea. And maybe even a little bit of gold for use, too. I mean, you got the gold backs. You got fractional gold. Silver Heist has done some great videos on fractional gold, by the way. I wish you were here so that you could hear me praise him. But I just want to let people know that I will say nice things about people even when they're not here. Even if I don't know they're here and they're inside of the chat, I'm going to pretend like I don't know that, and so that I can pretend to be pious and that I'm showing some level of what's the word? I don't know, a good attribute, something that's, praiseworthy, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, and let's see here. All right. Langer Jr., I've never seen a Bitcoin coin. It's totally invisible. It's funny CryptoBugs portray a Bitcoin as a gold coin, yet the many times bash gold and silver. I know it is kind of ironic, isn't it? Indeed ironic. Skip Tickle with this comment. It says here, let me get over to this. He says here, this is just more evidence that gold and silver are no longer connected as they traditionally have been. Silver is primarily an industrial metal, whereas gold is a monetary vehicle. I don't think that the long-time gold to silver ratio has any meaning any longer. Personally, I think silver will be lucky to hold its value. We're probably heading for a worldwide downturn, if not a recession. I see the demand for silver and all the industrial metals softening a bit. You very well could be right. And I'm not quite as an extreme view on that, but I do agree with that partially, for sure. All right, thank you. Snakebite, thanks, Al. I'm in a holding pattern for a while right now, yes, and there's nothing wrong with that, for sure. Hold on, yes, indeed. And I'm in it for the long run. There you go. A long time holding, that's the best way to do it. Kookaburra Man. Thank you, Sal. Thank you, Dizziness Laura. Appreciate you so much. And let's see here. We've got Carrie Taryn with some algorithmic emoticons here. Thank you, Carrie Taryn. Appreciate that so much. Macadamia. I need to both to drop so I can buy more to add to my monthly stack. I hear you. It'd be nice. It would be nice to add a little bit more. Skull Key Bullion. Says here. I like that name. That's pretty cool. Says here. I'd left the silver in the beginning and just kept the gold. I'd be sitting pretty right now, but back when it was $1,800 an ounce, and I thought that was a crazy price. I remember that. I was with you on that. I thought, man, that's a crazy price. In fact, I remember I bought a really expensive premium coin for $18.75 from APMEX back in the day, and I thought, man, that's no way. And of course, now that would be a steal to get a collector coin like that at a half an ounce. Whoa, look at this from Habitat for Rockhounds. Jim Fry with a 20 spot says 75% of my savings are in precious metals in hand. At 63 years old, my play is finally paying off. It was only a matter of time when the dollar died. Slow death. Amen. That's right. Well, good job, my friend, for hanging in there with it, and it's paying some dividends for you. That's wonderful. So I owe you 20. I'm going to give you 20 curls for that. Thank you, sir. All right. Very kind of you indeed. Well said. Very encouraging to the community, for sure. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. There we go. All right. Thank you so much. Jim Fry, appreciate that, sir. All right, where are we at now? All right, let's see here. Very good. Okay, we've got this. Kookaburra Man, nice round for sure. Thumbs up. Thank you, sir. Still have that round, by the way. I just saw it the other day. And let's see here. Where are we at? We've got this from Rai Spoon 1 on this video. It says this. I'm still holding on to my hope of $50 silver by the end of the year. And I think that's being conservative. I understand that it's an industrial metal, but you can't overlook its history as a tandem with gold. The GSR is going to even out. Gold can't sustain this for too much longer. Keep stacking and hold. Thanks for all the content, Sal. Thank you, Rai Spoon. Yep, and, I'd like to agree with you. I really, really would. My best guess is it may do a combination of those two things. We may see it narrow to a higher gold to silver ratio than the around 60. I think we may see it, the new average is going to be somewhere between 73 and 78 or somewhere thereabouts. There's probably the more likelihood. But silver has been trading more like an industrial metal more these days, and really has been for a long time. It's just been exaggerated as of late because of the central banks buying gold. So there is that. But anyways, I'm still holding on to my prediction by the end of the year. And if you know what my prediction for silver is by the end of the year, post it in the chat below. Let's see how many of you know. Futures market is overbought, says Drain the Swamp. Yeah, that very well could be the case. And so far, it's somewhat reflecting that to a degree. Gold has pared back some of its losses tonight. It's down $45 an ounce, and silver's down only 2 cents right now. So let's see what happens here. Carco 2617, thank you for exploring today actions of silver and its effect on our economy. No worries, no problem. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch. We got David Galapos says this, and I quote directly. I don't care about gold. I used to dump all my money on drugs. I've been clean for 15 years now. I just started stacking, but I tell you one thing, I can stack till the cows come home. Stacking and rocking. Well, David, first let me applaud you for being clean off of drugs for 15 years. That is a big deal. Congratulations, sir. I can't imagine how hard that must have been. And that is something to be proud of. And I am very proud of you. And you are stacking, and that is a great thing. And you got something to show for that, that's for sure. After we did our collaborative video, I took the silver perspective. That ratio exploded to 100 plus. Yes, it's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, wild. It's insane what's happening in the market. You're right. Silver highs for sure. Okay, let's see what people are saying here. Man, all right, so nobody has gotten it right. Oh, no, Elliot Scott got it right. So did Buy Up Gold and Silver. And so did Michael K. Michael K was the first one to get it right. $36, what I predicted by the end of the year. $36 silver. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Very good. 36. But Paul Tissue thinks it'll go to 38. All right. We'll see here. By the way, it was last year, if I'm not mistaken, it was last year that I got over my prediction of 28. Then I revised it to 35. We were 9 cents shy of $35. All right. Okay. Not responding to half-ounce rounds. What does that mean? I'm not sure. I think half-ounce rounds, if you can find them for a good deal, I think it's a good idea to get them. I like them. If you can get them for the same premiums as you would 1 ounce. There are some places you can do that, by the way, but they're few and far between. All right, we've got Revolt 2778. The gold charts needed to pull back. They were getting out of control and blow off top perspectives. Parabolas aren't very sustaining, although we are yet to see silver go vertical. Interesting times, especially for metal stackers. Appreciate your work, sir. Thank you, my friend. It is interesting times. I agree with that for sure. All right. Let's take another slurp of some coffee here while we're here. Brian Fawcett, because silver is being held down, it's more of a rolling play than a trending play. Yeah, I hear you. You're not alone in that feeling, that's for sure. Okay, thanks for the info and your thoughts. Well, thank you, Greg, from 8 minutes ago. Appreciate it. And we have since caught up with all the comments tonight. And we've actually come to the point in the broadcast where I've got to say goodnight for 2 reasons. I'm going to let you guess a second reason. But the first reason I need to go is because I got to work on tomorrow's video. That's right. I got to record it, got to produce it, put it together. The work never ends. Can you guess on reason number 2 why I've got to go? I've just given you a hint. I've just given you a hint on why I've got for the second reason. So let's see the second reason why I've got to go. All right. Let's see here. We'll let it go for a little bit here, so that people could put in reason number 2. You got it, Elliot Scott. He's got it. That's right. I have to go potty. That's right. I gotta go potty. Thank you. Very good. That's right. Yep. And I gave a hint as to what. That's right. Dax Ryan got it. Exactly. That's right. Yeah, it's not a bass solo. I wish it was that. Must partake. And I know you guys probably are interested in more details about that. And normally I would oblige such a thing, the details of the second option, the second reason. But I'm not going to do that. Why will I not do that? Well, because, and I know the details are nice, but I don't have time. I don't have time because the urge is here. You know what I'm saying? Bartle poo, bartle poo. All right, you got, yep. There's coffee. Did it? It's a diuretic and it's the other thing, whatever the other thing. That's right, Pamela Rice. You guys are right. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys for being here tonight. I'm going to leave you with this sage piece of advice that will serve you very well in life, and that is to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. I will not be like a Shaq in a sports broadcast. If you see that, check that out. Apparently, he did the dookie right there on the spot. See. All right, have a good night, all. Take care. See ya.